Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a pretty, I don't even know how to describe this show today, but before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, what has been going on with the Lakers for the past two seasons is one of the most, I've noticed one of the most disturbing trends about this team. What am I talking about? I'm not talking about their performance on the court. That's absolutely not what I'm talking about, because we all know the Lakers have been a massive disappointment in terms of, their record last year and this year. What I am referring to is the storylines that has surrounded the Lakers over the last 2 years now. What I've been noticing is that, not just me and others, is that they've been going from one scapegoat to the next for the last few years. Let me give you some examples of what I'm talking about. Last year, the two biggest scapegoats were Russell Westbrook, Frank Vogel. Those are the two biggest scapegoats with the Lakers. And they were the ones that were targeted heavily last season. Coming into this season, the memo seemed to be, let's scapegoat Russell Westbrook. And they criticized him, talking about in the media, until the moment he was finally traded away from the Lakers. Then, one would have thought, well, this guy is no longer a Laker, so therefore there's no need to continue to cover him in a negative way. But nevertheless, every day you turn on TV, every day you hop on the internet, you see them criticizing Russell Westbrook to the high heavens. And I said in a show prior that if I was Russell Westbrook and I was teammates with LeBron, I would have said to him, bro, you're quite vocal on a lot of things. On a lot of things. When Kyrie Irving's situation came out, you started talking, no one asked you. I know you've been noticing all of the bad PR that I've been getting. You and I understand that I'm not the only reason we underperformed as a team. It'd be nice if you had my back out there and you told him to lay off of me a little bit. And if I was Russell Westbrook and I had a teammate doing that to me, I'll be looking at him sideways. That's just me from a human aspect. So they started criticizing Westbrook. Then Westbrook got traded. And then I started noticing, miraculously, that everybody now started shifting their attention to Anthony Davis. Everywhere I turn, I see them talking about AD's lack of aggression, lack of commitment, lack of production, lack of durability. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. I'm noticing a disturbing trend here. It seems like these guys are getting ready to turn Anthony Davis into the next scapegoat. And then this morning, while combing through the internet, I came across an article here from the Sports Rush that addresses this very notion that I was having. Let me get into the report here. LeBron James is not happy with Anthony Davis. Report indicates NBA scoring king frustration with the Lakers star. Let me get to the part right there. LeBron James and his camp are extremely frustrated with Anthony Davis. For the longest time, LeBron James and AD were the best of buds, and in many ways, they still are. However, recent events have left King James frustrated. Reports suggest that LeBron is getting increasingly impatient over AD's situation. The Brow has been extremely injury-prone over the last two seasons, which has led to the recent elite crowned scoring king playing extra hard despite being 38 years old. Fox Sports' Colin Cowherd claims the king and his camp are unhappy and want Davis to be held accountable. LeBron and his camp have been frustrated by how many minutes he has to play. They can't depend on Anthony Davis. They are also mad at Darvin Ham for not keeping the pressure on Anthony Davis. I talked to an NBA source who I've known for a long time. He said that the Dallas Mavericks and Anthony Davis keep your eye on it. Anthony Davis is pouting. LeBron's holding him accountable. LeBron's not happy with him. AD's gone into a funk. It's not a coincidence. So here are my thoughts on this. I call total BS on all of that. On all of that, I call total BS. On that entire quote that I just read to you guys, I call 100% BS. Let me break it down for you guys here, and let me tell you why I'm calling BS on all of that. Number one, they spoke about the frustration because Anthony Davis has not been, reliable, right? Let's pull up the games played this season of Anthony Davis. Let's pull up the games played of LeBron James this season, because we're going to get to the bottom of this right here, because this is not making no damn sense to me. I'm sorry. If you're using your thinking cap and not your emotional wig, then you should be able to discern what the hell is going on here. Let me just make some sense out of this. The Lakers right now are the number 13 seed in the Western Conference. They have played 20 plus 20. They played 49 games. No. Sorry, 59 games this season with a 32-27 record. Yes, 30 plus 20. Yep. They played 59 games this season. Now, let's look at the games AD's played this year. Of the 59 games, Anthony Davis has played 35. Of the same 59, LeBron has played 5 more games. So he himself has missed over 10 games this season. He himself has also load managed this season. Now, there's a part in the article where they indicated that they're frustrated by how many minutes LeBron has to play. LeBron doesn't have to do anything. LeBron was playing all those damn minutes to score all of those damn points to catch Kareem. No one was forcing LeBron to play any damn minutes. He was playing all of those minutes on his own. And he decided that the moment he crossed the record, he needed a break. He was the one playing all of those minutes. No one was forcing him to play all of those minutes. But let me get to my larger point here. One of the viewers on my channel, we're going back and forth about this, about this trend that I'm noticing with there's always with the need to always have a scapegoat. And the guy said, well, what about Kawhi? Kawhi scapegoat. I think he said Doc Rivers and I think Ty Lue. I don't remember the other person he said. Let me just give you guys a list of teammates LeBron has played with over the years that have been criticized heavily whenever he loses. Dwayne Wade in Miami. You jokers tried to act like Dwayne Wade was a nobody when before LeBron joined Dwayne Wade, he led the league in scoring. And already, yes, Dwayne Wade led the league in scoring the year before he joined LeBron, and he had won a Finals MVP. Dwayne Wade got a lot of blame. Chris Bosh got a lot of blame to the point where they were calling him Bosh Spice by Steve Skip Bayless and all of that. Kevin Love was crucified in the media. Kevin Love was made to be a punching bag in the media for the Cavs. Kyrie Irving was also blamed. Drummond, y'all remember Drummond? How everybody was hyped for when he came, and then all of a sudden he became the problem. Frank Vogel, the former championship coach for the Los Angeles Lakers. David Blatt, y'all forgot about David Blatt? He was also scapegoated. Rob Pelinka, who has been a constant scapegoat over the last few years. How can we forget good old Russell Westbrook? Yeah, we forgot about Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook was another scapegoat. How about Mario Chalmers? Y'all forgot Mario Chalmers? If you don't know who that is, go look him up. He was getting blamed so much that they used to yell at him. At one point, LeBron stood up like he was going to hit a Mario Chalmers on the bench. Mario Chalmers, go look him up. Danny Green. Y'all remember that? Danny Green got criticized so much that at one point he was getting death threats when the Lakers were making that playoff run. That's Danny Green. Then now you have Anthony Davis, who's the next one. And I think all of these guys thought that they were special. Like, no, it's not going to happen to me. Even though I just witnessed it happen to all of these guys over the years, it's not going to happen to me. I'm sure that's what AD thought. There's no way. The report was Anthony Davis refused to stand up when the record was being passed. And then Patrick Beverley came out there and said some other stuff were going on. Let me tell you some other stuff that was going on. the other stuff he was referring to. Let me give you guys some of my own inside reporting and information since since everybody else is doing it. Based on my research and what I was able to unearth, Nick Wright, who is affiliated with Clutch, blabbed his mouth on First Things First, where he admitted and he used the word we. Hear what I just said. We. You work for Fox. Why are you including yourself in we? He said, we heard that KD was possibly becoming available in the trade market, and we were looking for ways, hear this, to put together a package for Anthony Davis for Kevin Durant. Apparently, AD caught a whiff of that, and that's what caused him to change his stance. Now, here's a disturbing correlation I've noticed. Do you guys realize that the same issue AD's having right now is the same reason Kyrie Irving no longer wanted to be teammates with LeBron? Did I say that? Did I say that out loud? Yeah, that was the reason. For those of you who thought Kyrie just stood up one day and decided, I don't want to play with LeBron because they try to paint Kyrie like he's some type of cuckoo guy, the reason, according to reports, were Kyrie found out that the LeBron was trying to get him traded for Chris Paul. The minute he found that out, he was like, screw this guy. I'm out of here. That's what happened. That's why Kyrie got upset. So to me, this is a very, very disturbing trend, but it's the way it's always been. It is always, remember this, it will be always somebody's fault. Always somebody else's fault. It's one of the reasons some of these jokers can come out here and say, oh, even with a 4-6 record, I think he's better than Michael Jordan. The moment you ask them, but what am I going to do with these 6 losses? Do you know what they do? They start coming up with reasons as to why it's LeBron's fault. Nick Wright, well, what else could you expect him to do in these finals? But it's not his fault there. This guy got injured there. It's not his fault. They just explain away all the excuses. That's what they do. So those failures took place, but we don't really need to focus on it. It's not really important. You know why? Because it's not really his fault. It's somebody else's fault. AD, you're getting your wake-up call. You ever saw the movie Wall Street? This is your wake-up call. Welcome to reality. You're just another one of them that's going to be thrown out there to the wolves. AD will be the next scapegoat. Watch and see.